The White House says that North Korea was behind the WannaCry computer virus, which impacted more than 200,000 computers around the world earlier this year. The virus impacted personal computers as well as those used for infrastructure management and in the healthcare industry. In an op-ed published in the Wall Street Journal Monday, White House Homeland Security Advisor Thomas Bossert called on other countries to work with the U.S. to stop North Korea's, quote, malicious behavior.
Not yet 30 and supreme commander of all he sees, Kim Jong-un now stands on the shoulders of his father and grandfather as the leader of this reclusive nation with one of the world's biggest armies. He is adored here, yet they have never heard him speak until now. His tone was soft, a stark contrast to the deafening roars of his people. He pledged to build on the legacy of the two leaders who have gone before him and a hope to reunite a fractured Korean nation. We have suffered the pain of separation for nearly 70 years, he says. We have lived as one people on the same land for thousands of years. To suffer like this is heartbreaking. But this was a military parade, and with menace.
This is not just a show of strength to the North Korean people. This has been designed to send a deadly message to the rest of the world. The so-called supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, says his enemies think they have a monopoly on weapons. Well, this, he says, shows that North Korea also has the firepower to prevail in any war.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Well, I think the president shouldn't be waiting around for that. Actually, I think we're very close to a binary decision here. Either we leave North Korea with this ballistic missile capability and the possibility of putting a nuclear warhead under the nose cone, or we take preemptive military action. Neither of these alternatives is very attractive. Nobody wants to see this. But the question is, do you want the American people to be held hostage by this bizarre regime in North Korea or the one in Iran while we're on the subject?
It's the question we face, and it has to be answered, and probably answered fairly soon. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us, sir. Much obliged.
Thank you, Stuart.
And do you think that cooperation on North Korea could warm up US-Russia relations, or have you lost hope of mending them under Mr. Trump? Thank you.
Интересные вы ребята.
You're interesting people.
Вы
Really.
не обратили внимания, что ваши
Have you noticed
конгрессмены,
that your congressmen,
сенаторы,
your senators, they look so well, so nice, so handsome. They have ties and shirts, and they seem to be smart people, but they put us on the same shelf with North Korea and Iran, and at the same time they ask the US president to address the issues of North Korea and the Iranian nuclear program together with us.
North Korea has responded to sanctions imposed on them by the United Nations Security Council, calling the measures an act of war. The UN placed sanctions on the country following a series of weapons tests. The most recent test fired a ballistic missile nearly 3,000 miles into the air. This is not the first time sanctions have been imposed on the country. Sanctions are already in place from the United States and the European Union. In the latest measure, the UN say North Korean petrol imports will be reduced by up to 90%. There has also been a ban on exports of North Korean goods such as electrical equipment. The government in Pyongyang has been defiant in its response. The Foreign Ministry called the sanctions a violent breach of our republic's sovereignty and an act of war that destroys the peace and stability of the Korean Peninsula and a wide region. They added that North Korea would not be deterred from continuing its nuclear program in order to counter threats from the United States.